Hey folks, time for another PSA reveal. I submitted a few cards a while ago, got them back, and I'm going to be looking at these as usual for at the same time you are. So I've cracked the seal. That's about all I've done. And let's start. I've got a resubmission in here, a couple of mislabeled things that I had sent back, hoping to maintain the same grade, see if they heard my instructions. So let's just start, take a look. So first card. Well, here's one that I had bought raw. Let me get a close-up of this. A few years back, and I loved the corners on this. I thought this was a spectacular card. So full reveal here, I submitted this maybe a year ago, just over a year ago, and it came back as a 4, and I thought that was obscene. Look at the corners on that, if I can see that. Centering's off, of course, but I'm way more of a corner junkie in original condition than a factory cut issue. Anyways, good news. I've got this set in a PSA 5, and I bought the Lalonde raw. And was quite disappointed with the 4, so I'm thrilled with the 5. Look at the back of this, how crisp and clear that is. So move that on. So first out of the box, I'm pleased that it was upgraded to that. Okay, 53 Horton. This will be up on the website. And the website is, of course, oldhockeycards.shop. Nice example of this card. Tough second year. So what else we got? Sawchuck comes out at 2.5. Again, this one will be available on the site too. These are a bit lower grade, the 53s that I submitted. So far happy with that 2.5. I think it's a fair grade. Bellevue 3. I'm pleased with that. It's a nice card. There's no creases on any of these 53s. It's just honest corner wear. This too is available for sale as soon as I post it up there. Nice looking card. No, decent centering. Just the condition. You can see the corners. I think a 3 is a fair grade for that. See what else we got here. Ooh, I got a 1 on the Howe. And I would wonder how that is. I wonder why that is. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Maybe there's a, if I can zoom in here, there seemed to be a hole in there. I don't remember being a hole at the top right over his head or anything. Does that hole go through? Got some wax on the back. It's not, it doesn't go through when you look at it at the top. It's just a perforation. That's a nice card for a 1. That too will be available on the site at some point. At a good price too, as I can say. Hey, this is a lot of people's favorite card, this Richard. 53 Richard. They love the action on it. They love the color on it. Again, I think 3 is a fair assessment in terms of the grading here. No complaints. Okay, 37 apps. Yeah, not his rookie, second year card. I think I'm going to keep this one. It's a nice little, beautiful little card on this. Happy with a 4. They're just so tough now on their grading standards. I got a 5 on the Armstrong. That's a nice surprise. I was expecting 4s on most of these 37s I submitted. So no complaints about that at all. What else we got? Red Horner, a 3. Well, I guess the 5 makes up for the 3. But not a bad looking card on this at all. What else we got? Rod Lorraine. Now that one I thought was going to come back a bit better than a 3. It's a pretty nice card. I try and get my shadow out of there. As you can see. If there's any issues on the back, doesn't appear to be, but it's a 3. What do we got here? Now a 5 on this card. This is such a tough card to find in a 7, or a 6, let alone a 7. I just look at the corners on this thing and think they're immaculate. There's 1, 2, 3. I don't have the best background here, but you can see what I'm looking at. Like, this thing is really a beautiful card. You look at the back, there's virtually no chipping around the bottom, around the sides, which you get a lot in a 68. Of course, as always, it's the centering, and I'm gonna take a hazard a guess that is what's doing it. But it's not a miscut, which is nice. It's a beautiful 5, in my opinion. That one may be available on the website. Okay, here's another one. Nice card, this. I actually, full disclosure, I'm old enough, I pulled this out of a pack as a kid, and I've had this forever. So to snag a 5 out of that is a bit disappointing. You can see the wax on it here. But all in all, a beautiful card. No stamp on the back of this one. I've got a couple of these. This more than likely will be on the website too. Oh, that's not a bad one. 4. I thought this was going to come back as a bit of a beater. It's got the black bottom print. Tough card. I don't know if I'm going to move this or not. I may try and build these. Again, had this one for years, but it's a pleasant surprise as a 4. If you look at the corners on it, they're not sharp. It's not exactly centered. I question that, but hey, you get what you get, right? Honestly, when I look at the corners on this thing at the bottom, and when I look at the corners on this one, there's just no comparison for 1 grade difference. The centering's not a whole lot better. Again, folks, these are my own opinions, no one else's. Oh, and this one. So I threw this in on a whim. I've got a bunch of these really beautiful, if you don't know the difference between, there's several issues of these. Get a close-up of that. See, that's the printed in Canada. That's the O-Pee-Chee version, for those of you that may not know this. I love these cards, these 66 Batman cards, the 3 series, the red, the black, and the blue bats. I threw this in. This is just to see what I would get, to see if it's worthwhile. And to get a 6, I'm pleased with that. Again, beautiful card this is. I may submit some more. I got some more from this set that are really nice, and I may submit them before I move them. I've seen this card in the 6. People are asking in the $200 to $300 card, per card. So, Glen Hall. There's a beaut. I'm happy to get a 6 in this day and age on that card. This is from my personal set. So I had a raw set of these. I had a Busick come back as an 8, but I moved that out. This 6, I'm pleased with that. Yeah, because you just never know with the centering on that issue. Tough card, this one. Get a 6 on that, I'm pleased with my set. The 5, now, naturally, I'm going to be a bit disappointed with this 5. But it is what it is. Still a beautiful card. See. Ooh, I got a 4 on that. I bought that raw. Again, let's check the corners. Again, just because I'm a corner junkie. Boy, that's a tough grade on that 4. I might resubmit that. Centering is out, but my goodness, that's a tough grade on a 4. Okay. And last, I had this reholdered because it came back originally as a, they flagged it as tops. So still maintain the 7 grade on it. Tough card, the O-Pee-Chee version. Again, looking down here, you see the printed in Canada. Anyways, that's it for this reveal. Thanks for watching.